Hello again. Hello, everyone. And it's great to be on the webinar this evening, and it's great to have you all on. I just want to make sure that people can hear me. So can one or two of you type a yes into the chat box there, or let me know that you can hear me and I'm coming across loud and clear. I just want to make sure I'm not talking to myself. I know some people say talking to yourself is a sign of madness, but actually I think talking to yourself isn't so bad. It's when you start answering yourself that might be a sign of madness. So just want to check that people can hear me and that the sound is okay. So guys, I'm just going to increase the volume here for everybody. Okay, I think you can hear me. Welcome everybody to the webinar. My name is Sonya Reddy, and I've been asked to present this webinar here this evening. I'm working with NHT Global for the past 4.5 years, and I have not got a huge amount of experience in the network marketing industry other than just with NHT Global, but I'm going to talk to you today about network marketing in general, why I think it's good for women, my journey with NHT Global, and at the end I have some general tips which I found on the internet and I think they're quite interesting. So we'll get started and I'll introduce myself further down when I get to my own story. So just to start with some of the statistics with network marketing, guys, and I just want to just double check that you can see the screen. Just hold on one sec. Audience view. Okay, I think you can see the screen now. Okay, this is an incredible report, which, believe it or not, it's available on steamteam.ca, guys, so you can go in and read the whole report on network marketing. Joe Garcia uploaded it there a few days ago, so if you go into steamteam.ca, you'll see the whole report. It's a PDF and you can download it, and it's very interesting. But I took some of the slides from it because I thought they would be of interest to you today. So you can see this amazing headline here about 2017 was a breakout year, and the number of network marketing distributors grew to 116 million, and sales grew to 189 billion, and they're both record highs. Now that's absolutely incredible. Network marketing is one of the places where women earn dollar for dollar what men earn. And we all know here in Ireland in particular, there's plenty of jobs out there where the men earn more than the women, even though they're doing equal jobs, and you hear it on the radio all the time. So it doesn't happen in network marketing, guys. Offers an equal opportunity regardless of your age, your sex, your race, your religion, or your level of education. So you don't even have to have degrees to get involved in network marketing. Here's some incredible stats. Look at this, $1.5 trillion in sales since 2009, and 600 billion distributors have been paid over 600 billion in commission since 2009. I mean, they're incredible figures. So, your myths to bed, guys. I don't think network marketing it's no longer on trial. It is a proven and viable profession. It's a profession that's helping millions of people get ahead financially and moving many people closer to their dreams. So, some incredible stats as well. If you look at this here, you can see that from 2009 the whole way up to 2017, the growth of the network marketing industry. I mean, look at 2017, there were 189 billion. Where 2009 it was 117 billion. It was still a huge industry, guys, and it's continuing to grow at a phenomenal rate. Here's a slide showing the commissions paid to distributors in 2017. 76 billion has been paid. So network marketing companies share their profits, and they share them with their distributors. And look at that, 208 million a day is paid out to distributors in commission. So guys, this is definitely an industry to take seriously. This slide I found interesting because it shows you the different age groups who are involved in the network marketing industry. So you can see there that 37% are between 23 and 37. And this slide is really good, guys, for when you're approaching people and talking to prospects, or even when you're making your list of prospects about who you think you're going to talk to. Because, you know, sometimes we tend to overlook younger people, but look, that's a massive percentage there of the age group 23 to 37 people, age 23 to 37 involved in the industry. And if you look down there, 34% are aged 38 to 52. And you've got baby boomers, 58, 53 to 73, 27%. So that's an incredible slide, guys, to use when you're thinking about who you're going to approach. Now, I know that these stats are from the US, but generally, I suppose the US tend to lead a lot of the time. So it probably wouldn't be that much different across the different markets. So, slide I absolutely love. 2017 network marketing global sales by product. And just look at what the top selling product is. It's in the wellness industry. 34%, guys, of the products in the network marketing industry are wellness products. And look at the next one. 32% are in cosmetics and personal care. So you can read across there what the other percentages are. But got to show the next slide, because are we in the right industry or what? I mean, there's NHT Global's beauty products, and I know we have some new ones coming down the line, the area line products, and we have some new health products coming down the line with the active line. So looking forward to them coming down shortly. But I certainly think NHT Global is well situated, and they are definitely in the top two highest percentages of products. So you can be very comfortable there that you're with a network marketing company that has ticked certainly the right boxes for the products. So I suppose women and network marketing. I think it's ideal for women in so many different ways. And, you know, when women are wondering about should they do network marketing, have a look at the next few stats here, guys, because this is global stats. You can see that in 2017, of the network marketing industry by gender, 74% are actually women and 26% are men. Now, that's probably going to surprise some people because, you know, we all tend to think that it's the guys out there that are leading the industry. But when you look at this stats here, 74% women, it's definitely an industry that's suitable for women, because the stats there are proof. And just by gender and by region, you can see there that in Asia, 68% are women and 32% are men within the industry. In Europe, 83% are women, 17% men. In North America, you've got 74% women and 26% men. And in South America, you've got 86% women and 14% men. So the women seem to be coming out on top here across all these markets. And I think the stats speak for themselves when you ask yourself, is this industry a good industry for women? So who are the top earners in network marketing? Well, again, the majority of the top 20% income earners in network marketing are women and couples. So men are more likely to seek income recognition and to speak publicly about their earnings. This could create the misconception that most top earners are men. Network marketing is a merit-based income system, one where team sales volume directly determines commissions. This levels the playing field and helps to minimize the gender pay gap, still common in many professions, which I mentioned earlier on. and I think it's just it's very interesting information. All of these slides are very interesting. This is my own personal thing about why most women are natural born networkers. And guys, this is, you know, women versus men. And no disrespect to all the men out there, you're all brilliant and we love you. But in fairness, I suppose women are slightly better at building relationships. They are better at nurturing and caring, definitely talking and communicating. And I know the men would probably say that, you know, women never stop talking. But then this network marketing industry is a person-to-person business, and it helps to be able to talk and to be able to communicate with your prospects. And women are actually very good at that. Women are actually very good at answering questions as well. When they're asked questions, they tend to give more information than the person actually asked, whereas men probably tend not to answer questions as well as women would, and certainly not. If you look at the next one, asking for details and looking for directions. I mean, there's lots of men I know out there, and you know, they never get the details. They just come in and they say, "Oh, Johnny and Mary there, you know, just had a new baby," and we'd say, "Oh, really? Did they have a boy or a girl? What weight was it? You know?" And they're like, "Don't know, just had a new baby." Or they might come in and say, "Johnny and Mary just split up," and you might go, "Oh, really? What happened?" And they're like, "I don't know, they just split up." Whereas we women tend to ask for more information. And it's that information that helps in the business, because you get to understand the person, you get to know the person, and you get to know what they are thinking, and you get to know what it is that they're looking for and how you can help them. And we do that by asking for the details, guys. Women are pretty good at organizing finances, and women are also very, very good at making plans, regardless of what the plans are for, whether it's for holidays or work plans. They are just very good at making plans. And of course, we know women are particularly good at multitasking. So, you know, we can do 5 or 6 things at the same time, whereas generally men tend to like to do one thing at a time. So I think women definitely, you know, we're born to be network marketers. It's a people-to-people business, and as I said, women are very good at that. And the reason I feel for women, and guys, this is very, I suppose, when you think about women in particular, and you know how we kind of go through college and then we get a job, and then you start working, and then you meet somebody and you get married and you have children. Everything sort of changes in your life, because that's when the stress sets in, because you want to spend more time with your children, and you've got to go to work, and 9-to-5 jobs tend not to fit in to your lifestyle anymore, no matter which job it is or no matter how successful you are, because you're always going to have those feelings of guilt. And with a network marketing business, you can choose the hours that you want to work. You don't have to rush to a 9-to-5 job or sit in traffic. You can work around your children's needs when they're young, and when they start school, you can be there to drop them off, you can collect them, you can work around the hours that they are in school, or you know, when their baby's taking naps. It's a great way. You can work from home. It's a home-based business, and you really can build you know, your business around your family's needs. You can also work around your parents' needs, and this one actually probably affects me, because we do seem to be the sandwich generation, so I'm told. You know, we have our children are grown up, and our parents, because of all the medical care out there now, and you know, the health that's available, health benefits and products, parents tend to live longer. So just when you're finished looking after your children, you've got to start looking after your parents. So there isn't really a gap where, you know, you can say, oh great, now I've got some time to myself, because you've been looking after your children for years, so you need that flexibility to be there for them. And then when your parents need care, it's just so nice to be able to help them as well, because they've done so much for you for your whole life. Um, that it's so nice to be able to spend time with them. And as they get older, they do need a lot more care. My own parents, sadly, my dad died a few years ago. But he had been ill for a while, and my mother hasn't been great ever since. And with this business that I'm involved in now, I have time to visit her during the day. I have time to bring her to hospital appointments. Whereas, guys, if I had a 9 to 5 job, there is absolutely no way in the world that I would be able to do that. Because with the amount of hospital appointments and doctor's appointments, and she's even in hospital right now, just getting physiotherapy, but she's been in there for 5 weeks. So there's a lot of visiting and, a lot of care required. And if you were working in a 9 to 5 job, you'd either use up all your holidays, or you'd end up having to resign, or, take time out, because you just wouldn't be able to do it. So this business definitely allows you to spend more time with your family, and it is something that I'm very grateful for, because I was one of those women that was stressed out in the past, running around working 12 hours a day, not having time with my family, and it just nearly burnt me out. So as I say, you can have a lot less stress in your life. You can create an extra income, or you can create a long-term full-time income. You can build this business slowly. Especially for young people, I would suggest that you get involved in this business. Even if you have got a 9 to 5 job, definitely get involved in some kind of a network marketing business, because it's a business that you can build over time. And if you approach it the right way and make a right plan, it is something that will continue to grow. And you know what? It's nearly better than a pension now. So it's definitely, I wish I was 20, 30 years younger and I'd known about this industry. And I've said that a few times, but I just mean it so much, because I reckon I'd have had a much less stressful life up to now, and I'd probably be a lot wealthier as well. So the other great thing is you get to choose who you want to work with, because when you get involved in this business, obviously you're going to talk to people about the products, and that's fantastic, and you're going to get to help lots of people with their health or their beauty or anti-aging or whatever. But you're also going to recruit some people into your business, people that are interested in getting involved in the business with you. But you get to choose who they are. You don't have to work with people you don't like. Whereas in an ordinary job, you might not like your boss, you might not like your workmates, and you might end up going to work for years and hating it. But with this industry, you can choose who you want to work with. So there's just so many benefits in this business. And the one thing that I would say to everybody, men and women, is to treat your business like a business. Don't take it on board and treat it like a hobby. It's not an expensive business to get involved in. It just requires, buying a few products, one or two of the packages available. So a lot of people don't treat it like a business. They tend to treat it like a hobby. And the normal business that you get involved in today, if you set up your own business like a coffee shop, the amount of money that's going to be involved to set that up, and how much time that you have to spend building that business and advertising and going to work and paying all the bills. And it's going to be a few years before you make a profit, but you're not going to open up a coffee shop and then treat it like a hobby, guys. And this type of business is exactly the same type of a business. You've got the same opportunity, even better, because you don't have all the bills and all the headaches that go with a traditional business. So treat it like a proper business, and set your goals, make a plan. I would suggest you make a 5-year plan, like not a 5-week plan or not a 5-month plan, but make a 5-year plan and stick to it and know what you're going to do. Let people know what you're doing. Now, I know we women are quite good at that, but sometimes people are a little bit embarrassed when they get involved in this industry, first to say what they're doing. And you should be proud of the business. As you've seen the stats there, it's a $1 trillion business, and it's one of the businesses that's growing faster than any other business. And a lot more people, excuse me, are turning to network marketing these days. So you need to let people know what you're doing. I mean, you're not going to open up a coffee shop and not put a sign outside, or you're not going to open a boutique and then not tell people what you're doing. So tell everybody what you're doing in a nice way. You don't have to just suddenly run out and jump in front of them and suddenly throw everything that you're doing in their face. But let people know what you're doing, and get some business cards, and do a little bit of advertising, and treat it professionally. Because if you act professionally, then so will the people you are talking to. They will take you professionally. And as I say, treat it like a business, because a coffee shop that only opens once a month won't be in business for very long. So if you are getting involved in this business, make sure you do something every day, have a plan, talk to your colleagues, talk to your your prospects, make a list, never stop making your list. Learn about the company and the products, guys. You need to understand the company, you need to understand the compensation plan, you need to understand how you make money, and that's very important. You don't have to understand every single thing about the products. You don't have to understand how they're made and be able to explain all the ingredients in them. But just learn about the benefits of the products, and which products do what. And there's lots of information available for you to learn that. And very important, I would say to everybody, attend all the training events and all the events that the company have, because these events are life-changing events, and they've certainly changed my life by attending events. But there's lots of trainings every week, whether they're webinars or small groups getting together, or just one-on-one trainings. But make sure that you're trained, and make sure you learn about the business, because when you get involved in this business, guys, it's new and you've got to learn. You don't go into a bank and suddenly sit down at 18 years of age and know everything. You've got to be trained. Same as any job. This is a new industry, and this is a new job for you. And you've got to learn this business. You've got to learn how to do it properly. And too many people just jump in and decide, try and sell a few products, doesn't work for them, and then they give up. So treat it like a business, because that is very, very important for your success. And again, comfortable. It's frustrating sometimes, this industry. It does take time to learn the business, as in any other business, as I've just said. Don't give up just after one party or one presentation, just because the people didn't say yes. You probably maybe you didn't approach the right person, or you approached the person at the wrong time, or maybe you just invited people to the party that weren't interested in the particular products that you were presenting. But that doesn't mean that it's not going to be successful. It's like you open up your coffee shop and first day only 2 people come in. It doesn't mean you're going to close the doors the next day and say, oh, well, I'm going to give up now, because that's the end of that business. So don't give up, and that is a key to this industry. Stick with it, and you stick with your beliefs and your goals. Use your upline to help you until you're confident to do it yourself. Your upline are there. There's plenty of people who are in the business before you and longer than you, and are always willing to help you. So make sure that you avail of the people who are in the business, whether they've directly sponsored you, or perhaps the person who sponsors you is no longer in the business. Continue on up the line until you find somebody that's going to help you, and you will, because everybody in your business and the team that you're in, they want you to be successful. If you're not successful, they can't be successful. So I think it's one of the industries where everybody wants you to be successful. There's less competition. You're helping your team. In fact, any people in my team, I want them to do better than I do, because that's just a sign of success. Whereas your 9-to-5 job, you don't really want your friend sitting beside you to get the promotion you wanted. This industry works the other way around. You actually want people to be hugely successful and you want to help them to be hugely successful, because if you help them to be successful, then you're going to be more successful yourself. Investing in yourself and spending time on personal development. This is something I didn't do at the start. So many people told me to do it, but I was a little bit too busy, and obviously over time I learned that they were right, and you should spend some time on your own personal development, guys, even if it's 5 or 10 minutes every day, whether you want to read books, listen to webinars, take advantage of all the free trainings on the internet, regardless of, it doesn't have to be about your particular business, but certainly it's definitely well worth spending time on your own personal development. And there's lots of help even in on Steam Team on that. Joe Garcia is a fantastic guy for talking about personal development and setting goals. And there's a lot of information in on steamteam.ca, which you should really spend some time in there, because you'll learn a lot. Even if you never did anything else, go into Steam Team and spend some time listening to the webinars, looking at the PDFs with all the information, all the tools, guys, lots and lots of information there. And the last reason, some people give up, but I would say life will always get in the way, but keep going. Life gets in the way every day, whether we realize it or not. And you've just got to keep going. I will say this is a great industry for when life really does get in the way, in a serious way, that if you've had your team and you've been building a team with this, it will continue to grow, even if you have to take a little break for some particular reason, even if it's illness or whatever. But it's probably a great business for that, guys. So it's going to continue to grow, even if you're not there. This is a great slide that I saw on the internet, and I just thought I'd show it to you. It's 82% of women in the United States making $100,000 or more do it through a home-based business. Now that's phenomenal, and that's a huge statistic there. That if 82% of them that are making $100,000 are doing it through a home-based business, so home-based business, guys, is definitely a serious business to take a look at. And here's another slide that I saw. The next $1 trillion industry. This is really interesting for the wellness side of things. It says the wellness industry will exceed the $1 trillion healthcare industry in the next 10 years. The greatest entrepreneurial opportunities will be in distributing rather than manufacturing wellness products and services. So, guys, there's so many testimonials here to network marketing. Why would you not do it? Okay, this is just a slide on a story, the first story I told, and funnily enough, it is almost 2 years since I told my story. I'm not going to tell my story again, but if anybody wants to listen to my full story, and that's how I got started in the industry, and where I came from, what challenges I had before I even got involved in NHT Global. The fact that I even got involved in NHT Global, didn't even know who they were. I liked their product. My whole story is there, and it's on YouTube, guys. So that is what you Google at the top there, if you're interested to really hear my previous story. But I know at the end of that story, I was talking about incentive trips and the fact that I had qualified unbelievably to go to Hong Kong. I couldn't believe it because I wasn't in the business that long. Hong Kong to me was somewhere that I was never going to go to. It wasn't even on my list, and I qualified for Hong Kong, all expenses paid trip, and I had gone to Hong Kong at the time. So I just thought I'd pick up and kind of just, one of the benefits of the industry is that you do get to travel, guys, and as you're building your team and you're making money, then you're going to start qualifying for trips. And these trips are fantastic trips. And that's me on the left-hand side. And believe it or not, that's a sign that was in the airport in Amsterdam. And being the kid that I am, I had to get my picture taken there with Hong Kong, here I come. So I didn't type that. That was actually a sign in the airport. Realize how big an event I was actually going to. I was totally blown away in Hong Kong, and there were actually 15,000 people at this event. You can get an idea there from some of the pictures, the size of it and the amount of people that were there. This was a 2-day event, guys. Now we were there in Hong Kong, obviously, for longer than that, but I, of course, being a woman, I thought, oh, here I'm going to an event, 15,000 people. What is the first thing that we think of? What am I going to wear? You know, and I'm staying in a hotel. We stayed in an incredible 5-star hotel, and I'm looking across the road, and there's Vivienne Westwood and Louis Vuitton and Armani and all the designer names. And I thought, okay, I'm going to have to go all out here and, you know, dress to impress, going to such a big event. So exactly what I did, guys. I dressed to impress. Here you can see the Irish colours, green, white and orange. That is Fergus there with the other Irish hat on. He also qualified for the trip. And that was one of the events. You can see I wore my green, white and orange, and I took it very seriously. And for the women listening, girls, I want you to pay attention to my handbag and my shoes, because you see they match, the orange bag and the orange shoes. So I hope you're impressed. Vivienne Westwood didn't get a call that day. I just decided I would represent the Irish colours, and it went down really well because we ended up being in hundreds of photographs with the Chinese. Now, see the picture on the left there? I just want to draw your attention to that pedestal of images kind of over Joe's head, or between myself and Joe there. That's very interesting. And I'll just go to the next slide. The reason I want to point this out, guys, this was like a wall of fame, and it was showing all of the successful people in China, in Asia, with MHD Global. And the interesting thing, if you look at this image here, apart from Fergus, who gets in the way because he's pointing out to a few of them, every single one of them are women. And this is another testimony to those stats that you actually heard earlier on. Look at the amount of women on that wall. And that is only a piece of the wall. The wall, it was like pedestals and hundreds of pictures of all the successful women who had qualified at different levels in MHD Global. Now, over on the right, obviously, I had to have my picture taken with this one, because she has the same name, Sonya. She's an Emeralds director. I didn't meet her. I don't know who she is, but I just thought that's going to be me someday. Obviously, I have global ambassador on my one, but just I had to have my picture taken. But guys, I just want you to pay attention to this. Women in particular, look at all of the women who have succeeded in this business just with MHD Global. It's incredible. These are just more pictures of us arriving in Hong Kong. We got to meet some lots of people. And people, you can see we have Dan Caddo there on the right, Joe Garcia, Antonella, our European director, Helen, my friend from Sweden. She's a fantastic woman, another woman who is very successful, and she leads the Swedish team. And that was the first time I met Helen in Hong Kong. It was great to meet her, and I've met her lots of times since. Hopefully she'll be coming to Ireland to visit us one of the days. And we'll be seeing you in Croatia soon, Helen. That's Anna on the right with me as well. She is with MHD Global Corporate. Great help to everybody. So, right, this is a I'm proud of, because as you can see, there's MHD corporate people in this. The CEO of MHD Global, Chris Sharng, Maya Spindler, Vice President, and lots and lots and lots of important people there. I'm there somewhere. Where am I? Oh yeah, I'm over on the left, looking down, of course. But it's just proud to be in that photograph. Carrying on, and I'm not going to. This isn't a holiday slide show or anything like that. But I just have to mention that shortly after I came back from Hong Kong, there was another incentive trip to California, and I did qualify for that as well. All expenses paid. Amazing trip, guys. Got to visit the NHT Global office, got to visit their wellness center, got to meet Fred Ciotti there on the left, the formulator of the Noni, and got to meet lots of friends from Sweden. Got to visit Hollywood, Universal Studios, and met my friend E.T. there in the top. And as you can see, I just put that sign in there on the right-hand corner because it was a VIP experience. Everything was 5-star. We weren't in any queues. These incentive trips that NHT Global take you on are always 5-star, and we were just, we skipped everything. It was just incredible. Started off with an amazing breakfast, had a fabulous lunch. That's the Harry Potter castle there in the middle, but it was just amazing, and it's just, you know, not your average trip to Universal Studios. This was really a VIP experience. And these are just more photographs of us. That's me on the right in the hotel that they made the movie Pretty Woman. Had to go in. That was when we were down in near Rodeo Drive, guys. And it's a sign. We just did lots of things in California. It was amazing. And after that, another trip I qualified for, incredible, was Prague. And then I was in Stockholm at Christmas time. And everyone, they were just incredible trips. And I'm going to just emphasize again, these trips are all expenses paid, and NHT Global really, really look after the distributors when they take them on trips. I know we have one coming up now in about 2 weeks, and we're going to Croatia. Can't wait to go, and I know there's a lot of people going to be there from around Europe and Russia, I believe, so it's going to be great to meet up with lots more distributors. I'll come back to a few slides that I found on the internet about network marketing, and here's Robert Kiyosaki, and I think we all know who he is. He says, if I had to do it all over again, rather than build an old style type of business, I would have started building a network marketing business. And I like the slide on the right there. He says, the richest people in the world look for and build networks. Everyone else looks for a job. Here we've got Jim Rohn. Network marketing is the big wave of the future. It's taking the place of franchising, which now requires too much capital for the average person. And that's Jim Rohn. If I would be given a chance to start all over again, I would choose network marketing. So there's there's tons more information on the internet, guys, and you can Google all you want, but you're going to get lots of big names endorsing network marketing. I mean, I have one of Richard Branson as well, but I couldn't find it, so up there. I know some people fear rejection, and it might prevent them from getting involved. As I said, you approach your first person, they say no, and you give up. Well, rejection doesn't mean you aren't good enough. It means the other person failed to notice what you actually have to offer. And I think that's a very good slide. Okay, a couple of tips. These are not mine. I didn't write these. I found them on the internet. Again, I thought they were quite interesting, and everything they're saying actually here is pretty true. So I'm just going to probably run down through some of these tips, and if anybody wants them, I can send them out to you. You can send me an email or just type a message into the chat box there, your email, and I can send them to you. But they're quite interesting, and here's you know, the general tips for network marketers, because many people don't understand or they're scared away from network marketing, also known as multi-level marketing, MLM, because of all the myths and misunderstandings about this type of business. And I think we all know, and we've all had to deal with the myths and the misunderstandings. However, and I like this, a multi-level marketing business is not destined to fail any more than any other business. Regardless of the home business you start, success comes from doing the work to build it. So a lot of people fail, and it's their own fault because they haven't put any effort into it. So the following are just some of the basic tips that I was referring to. When you get involved first, you should learn about the industry, okay? Keep yourself safe from so-called pyramid schemes and scams. Arm yourself with knowledge. Learn about the direct sales industry as a whole. Research the MLM companies carefully and determine if you're a good match with your sponsor. The person that's approaching you as well, make sure you like them when you're going to get on with them, if you're going to work with them. And you see this on the internet quite a lot, where it says only a few people make money in the network marketing industry. And the truth is that while you can earn a substantial income in MLM, statistics show that less than 1 out of 100 representatives actually achieve success or make money. However, that is not necessarily the MLM business's fault. As we've said, too many people give up too soon. And I really like this next line. Most athletes never make it to the Olympics, but that's not the sports or the Olympics' fault either. Any great feat requires knowledge and action. Too many people jump in thinking they're going to get rich quick, don't make a plan or set any goal, and they give up way too soon. You have to treat it like a real business. The company that you can be proud of. People get caught up in the potential, the big income. Oh, I'm going to get rich from multi-level marketing, and then they don't pay enough attention to the company or the products. You cannot sell something or share your business if you don't genuinely have pride in what you are representing. And guys, that is so important. You need to be able to talk about the products, and you can't talk about the products if you don't use the products. And then you can't share your excitement on how you've benefited from the products if you haven't benefited. So that's very important there, that you have to have pride in what you're representing. Do your research and partner with the company that has a proven track record and a product you can get excited about. Again, I have to refer back to NHT Global. I mean, when it says here a company that has a proven track record and a company that you can be proud of, I mean, who else is the #1 fastest growing publicly traded company in the world? I mean, that says it all. You don't have to say anything else. That says it all. Apart from the fact that they're 18 years old and they are in the beauty and wellness industry, which you saw the stats earlier on, 2 of the biggest product sellers in the whole network marketing industry. I just think NHT Global, and I'm not trying to sell this to anybody if you're listening in and you're not actually from NHT Global. NHT Global just tick all of the boxes, whether they are publicly traded, they are 100% transparent, they are 18 years old. This Fortune says it all about them. They've been recognized around the world by so many outside media sources that it's really very hard. You have to search. In fact, I don't know if you're going to find anything bad about NHT Global. You'd have to do a lot of research before you find anything at all. The last bit there, become a product of the product and be passionate about what you are promoting. And as I said, if you don't use the product yourself, how can you experience the benefits and talk about them truthfully? So that's very important, guys, to become a product of the product yourself. Be genuine and ethical. I like this. Network marketing companies want you to be honest in your dealings with customers and your potential recruits. If you love your product, your enthusiasm is enough to promote it. Just make sure you're not over the top or making exaggerated or false claims. Good business conduct will ensure that your customers and recruits don't feel cheated, and as a result will remain loyal to you. So guys, you're better off to be totally honest with people rather than be trying to make, oh yeah, the product helps this, it helps that. If people ask you questions and you don't know the answer, tell them you don't know the answer, but you'll find out, and they'll have a lot more faith in your answer than if you're saying, well, yeah, I think it does, I'm sure it does, I'm sure it deals with that, and it does this and it does that. Or again, you don't want to be claiming that you're making a fortune if you're not making a fortune. And be genuine and be ethical. It's very important. Here's one I saw and I laughed. Don't keep hassling your family and friends. In fact, the word was barrage, but I thought that word doesn't really sit well. So hassling, because I think we all do that when we get involved in the business first. You run to your friends and your family and you start telling them about the products, and you hopefully want them to all buy your products, and if they don't, you get disillusioned. And it says here, like, nothing will annoy your family and cost you friends more than constantly pestering them about your business. And again, there is nothing wrong with letting them know what you're doing, and seeing if they have an interest. But if the answer is no, let it go. Many companies suggest making a list of 100 people you know, and in fact, I think everybody does, and it's a good practice. And while that's not wrong, you should consider that most multi-level marketers have very few people from their original list of their 100 people in their business. In most cases, friends and family who are in the business often come after seeing your success. Now that's very true, guys. And in fact, when you start your business first, it might be with a couple of your friends, but as your business grows, and I've heard this so many times, the fortune is in your downline. You know, you haven't met the people yet that are actually going to build your business for you. So don't give up just because your friends and family are not supportive of what you're doing. In fact, I think usually friends and family are the least supportive of what you're doing in the beginning. But don't let them disillusion you, and don't depend on them. Like, don't make your decision to give up just because they said, oh, you shouldn't do that business, or that's one of those things, you know, I wouldn't get involved in that. Believe in what you're doing, believe in the company that you've joined, and believe in your own success and your own goals. So success, it comes from treating it like a business, like any other business, as I said, in which you focus on the people you want and what you have to offer. That means deciding who to target market, who your target market is for your products and services, as well as your business opportunity. So you need to spend a bit of time thinking about your target market, outside of your friends and family, guys. I mean, think of all the people you know, think of business people, and if you approach them properly, with the right business presentation, then you'll be taken a lot more seriously yourself. But you do need to identify which market, you know, you think is going to be interested in your business. So one of the biggest mistakes is looking at everybody, and we said again, including friends and family, as a potential customer or a recruit. And like any other business, you're going to have greater success and efficiency if you identify your target market and focus your marketing efforts at them. For example, someone who doesn't care about vitamins or health and wellness isn't a good person to pester about your business. Equally, people who are not interested in the beauty business, probably men in particular, then it's not a good idea to keep talking to them about anti-aging products. Again, you can identify your target market and get your presentation right. And you know what I do, I never really say much about what I do until I'm asked. I wait for people to ask me what I do. And lately, I love this line. What I say to them is, yeah, well, I just work with the #1 fastest growing publicly traded company in the world. That's enough for them to start asking questions. Because it's an incredible line to use, guys, and use it while it's there. And always have the Fortune magazine in your pocket or in your handbag. And if you don't have the magazine itself, well, then just print off a copy of it. You can get it online, or somebody will give you a copy of it. But it's a very powerful line, and Fortune magazine is a very powerful tool to have when you're talking to business people. Here we go again, share the product and share the opportunity. A lot of sponsors will have you focus on recruiting new business builders. However, your income in legitimate network marketing comes from the sales of products or services. So further customers who love the products or services can be more easily converted into new business builders, just like any other business, home-based or otherwise. Getting the word out about your product or service can benefit your target market is the key to generating new customers and recruits. That's really good, guys, because let's say you give somebody wants your product and they bring it home and they try it and they love it and they tell their friends, and now their friends want to try it, and they might ring you and say, oh, my friend wants this, my friend, and then suddenly the friends love it and they start telling their friends and they come back to that person. Well, you know what, they're going to see the business opportunity themselves. So don't be worried if they become customers first. Don't pester them to join the business. Let them become customers. Let them enjoy the products. Because if they really do love the product and they are getting benefit, they are going to start telling other people about that product. And before they know it, those other people are going to want to try it as well. So there you go. You've probably got yourself a new distributor just based on their own experience of telling people about the product. So share the product and share the business opportunity in a classy way, in a nice way, and don't force it down everybody's neck. And some ideas include sharing a product sample, which we do. We know we can do the demos of the facelift, things like that, inviting a neighbor to host a product party. Yes, we've all done that, and they can be very, very successful. And I know some of my friends make quite a lot of money holding parties and doing presentations, and they love it. Or starting a website or social media account. And again, social media is becoming very, very popular, and it's getting more important all the time. So, you know, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, all the social media platforms that we all chat on every single day. It's probably the last thing you do before you go to bed, actually, and the first thing you do when you wake up is check your phone, check Facebook, or if you've got any messages, or Twitter, or Pinterest, or Instagram, or there's such a lot of them. So there's lots of ways that you can share your product and your opportunity in a nice way, using any of those platforms. So don't recruit. One of the benefits of network marketing is the ability to bring in new business builders and profit from the sales they make in their business. But for them to succeed, and I know we talked about this earlier, you need to see your role not as just racking up as many recruits as you can, but being a leader and a trainer. The focus then is on the success of those you help in the business, not on yourself. So this means you need to take time to train them, answer questions, celebrate their successes, and be a support when things are tough. And guys, the more helpful you are to your team and the people that you bring into your business, the more successful you're going to be. So when you do have somebody new who joins your business, give them the time that they need and help them to build their business, and you'll see your own business grow. As I said, the people that join your business, you want them to be successful so that you can be successful. A goal for your parties and your presentations. This type of business is a person-to-person business. As I said, women are really good at this. And the reality is that it's the personal touch that sells the products and business and retains customers and business builders. So based on your compensation plan and goals, you need to set your goals, determine how many people you need to show your products or business to reach your goals in the time you want. Now, some people want to make money fast, other people don't mind doing this part-time. But if you're serious and you want to make a serious income, then you do need to make a plan, and you need to set goals. And a very easy way to do it is to sit down and work out, okay, if I want to make so much by the end of the week, I need to have so many parties, or I need to do so many presentations. And, you know, if you do this, your business will grow rather than just sustain it. So, okay, listen and sell the solution. This is good as well. Many companies provide scripts to help you sell the product or the service. And while these can be helpful in teaching you about your product and dealing with objections, sales is all about being a solution to what a customer needs. And that's the key line there, guys. It is about being a solution to what the customer needs. So you need to listen rather than sell, find out what their needs are, and then provide the solution. So by qualifying your contact first and then listening to their needs, you can tailor your pitch so that you are the solution to their problem. So rather than hitting them with the big sales pitch first, talk to them, find out what's going on in their life, and eventually you can come around to providing the solution in a nice way. Learn how to market. A lot of people in the industry stick to the 3-foot rule, and I know people that we slag about that, and probably listening in on this as well. You know, everyone within 3 feet of you is a prospect, and other traditional marketing tactics. But direct sales is like any other business, guys. It can and should be marketed in a variety of ways that takes into consideration your target market, what it needs, how you can help it, and where it can be found. So to that end, you can use a variety of marketing tools, including a website, and just check with your company that, what you can do and say on the website. You can use email, social media, as we've already said, to increase your product sales and the interest in your business. And there's loads and loads and loads of social media free courses online at the moment on how to use Facebook, and how to market on Facebook, and how to do good videos on Facebook, and how to, God, there's just tons of them, and they're all free, guys. So you just got to go and do some Googling, and you're going to get tons of help there on the internet in no matter what social media platform you want to use. And it's really good. You want to stand out from other distributors. So one of the challenges is convincing your prospects to buy what you have, as opposed to other reps from other network marketing companies that happen to be in your neighborhood or online. So let's face it, we may have some fantastic products here in NHT Global in the wellness and beauty business, but we are selling the same stuff as thousands of others, which means the consumers have a choice. So we need to do something that makes us kind of stand out in the crowd, that we're unique compared to everybody else, and you need to give people a reason to choose you over other reps and other products, guys. And there's lots of ways you can do that. Just, as I said, be nice in your approach. Don't push your products in their face. Listen to them and provide the solution. We do have amazing products. We do have unique products, and there's lots of ways that we can bring them very nicely into the conversation without appearing very salesy. And again, if you listen to people and how their life is going, there's always a time to approach them about joining your business as well, but let them sort of come to you rather than you try and force them to becoming a distributor, because chances are, even if they do, they won't last. So develop a system for following up, and we've often heard it said, follow-up, the fortune is in the follow-up. I know Dan says that all the time. I know Garth says it, and following up is very important. And while you don't want to pester and annoy people, in many cases, with a good follow-up, you can make a sale or recruit at a future time. Sales, and this is important, sales is often about timing. And a no in sales doesn't mean never. So if someone tells you no, but there was something in the dialogue that suggested they might be interested in the future, then ask them if you can put them on your mailing list or email list, or if you can call them in 6 months to follow up. Many will give you their email or their phone number just because they want to be nice. But even if that's the only reason they're doing it, just stay in touch with them. Now, not every day. Don't send them emails every day or texts every day. But certainly you could stay in touch with them every so often, especially if there's new products. You could say, hey, just thought you might be interested here. We have a new product here that can help you run faster or sleep better, or I don't know, whichever one of the products is being promoted. And make a note, have a calendar and a contact system so that you don't forget to stay in touch with them. Because lots of us scribble down little notes and say, oh yeah, I'll follow that person up, and then you forget. And even if you do say to somebody, look, I'll be in touch in a few months, that person might be actually thinking, oh, that person never got in touch with me. So make sure you have a proper diary and you keep your list and you keep your notes to yourself in it when you have to contact people. Guys, I'm going to refer back to the team again because this is an incredible training academy for anybody in the network marketing industry. And I know there are people outside of NHT Global that use Steam Team as well. There's an incredible amount of tools in here to teach you how to do the business. In fact, if you joined NHT and you actually were the kind of person that could go in and follow the training, you probably wouldn't need any help at all because it's all done and it's all there for you. So this you can see a picture of Joe Garcia and Dan Cannon there on the front. And this site is free to join. And when you are recruiting new prospects, it's the very first thing that you should get them to do is to join Steam Team. And under the banner there at the top, you're going to see first 90 days. And there's a lot of information in there to help them get started in the business. So this helps you help them get started in the business. And if you develop a system to do this with your new distributors, they will do the same with their new distributors, and the whole system gets easier. So there's so much information in here. You can see that video underneath is about the International Recognition Program, and it's another thing that everybody should understand. And again, especially women, because it is the women that are climbing up these ladders and getting recognition in the company faster than the men. And you've seen that there from that wall of fame in China, and from the statistics in the network marketing industry in general. I'm going to finish on this because this is a movie that I think we should all watch. It's about Mary Kay. I'm sure you know about the Mary Kay makeup industry, but Mary Kay revolutionized the network marketing industry. And it's just a good movie to watch for any woman, that's probably man as well, but any woman that's in the business, guys, because even today, you'll still learn a lot from that. So that's pretty much the presentation, and I think I've kept you all long enough at this stage. So I'm just going to make sure, sorry, I just wanted to make sure I had this recorded. Yes, I did, and that's something I'm not great at, technology. So whenever Joe or Dolly or somebody uploads this, you can listen to the recording if you want to, guys. We'd just like to thank everybody for listening in. We've gone over an hour nearly here, I think, so I've probably kept you long enough. As I say, have a really nice weekend, or what's left of it, and I will talk to you all soon. So thank you once again. Thank you very much for listening, and I'm sure I'll be back on at some time in the future soon with my next few trips. Oh yeah, Spain is coming up as well, guys. Let's all go there. So have a nice weekend, and thank you all very much.